Hey everyone, it's Dave from Dave's Ohio Barbecue. Today we are going to be talking about barbecue chicken. Now, not slow smoked barbecue chicken. We're talking about grilled barbecue style chicken. Stick around. I'd like to give a shout out to my dad for this video. My dad is the king of grilling chicken, with barbecue sauce or just grilling chicken in general. It doesn't sound very complicated, but of all the cuts of meat you're going to do on the grill, I'd say chicken is probably the easiest to screw up. It's the most unforgiving by far. It's difficult. And my dad always had a knack for getting grilled chicken, barbecue chicken, just perfect. So much so that we'd go over to friends' houses for dinner, and the dads would have my dad run the grill at their house, which is, I would never let anyone touch my grill. So you could get an idea of how good he was at making barbecued chicken. So there's a couple problems that are inherent with barbecue chicken. One, the skin's got a lot of fat, so it'll cause flare-ups. That could be a problem. Two, barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce has a lot of sugar in it. Just by nature, it's a really sugary substance. Sugar likes to burn, and if you burn it too much, it doesn't really taste very good. So those are the two things you really have to kind of pay attention to. I like to, before I do anything, I like to salt my chicken the morning before I'm going to cook it. So I wake up in the morning, I take it, whatever pieces I'm using. For today's example, I'm just using chicken thighs, but put a little salt on there, put a little salt on the outside, and then I put it into the fridge uncovered until it's time to cook. Why do we do it uncovered? Your fridge is a really nice, cool environment. It's very dry too, and it'll dry out the skin. You want the skin to kind of dry out a little bit. It'll behave better on the grill if it's dried out a touch. When you are barbecuing chicken, when you're grilling this kind of barbecued chicken, it doesn't matter if you're doing it on your pellet grill, on a charcoal grill, or on a gas grill. I'm going to show you all three. What you need to do is set up two zones. You need to have a cooler zone that's running at about 300 to 350, and then you need to have the hot zone where there's flame, direct cooking. So before we get this chicken onto the grill, make sure you hit that subscription button and hit the little bell next to it too. That way you get notifications anytime I make a new video. So I'm going to turn my smoker on here. I'm going to get up the temperature and set it at about 325. I'm going to use my pellet grill for this, but if you're going to use a gas grill, if you have multiple burners, just turn on the burners on one side and let the grill kind of heat up. You should get to about a 300 in there. If you need to put the center and the middle burner on and just leave one end, I guess you could do that, or put the one burner on the side all the way on and put the middle one on low. That's fine too. You just need to make sure you have an area that's a little bit cooler than right above the flames, and not direct flame. You don't want to have direct flame for this part. On my pellet smoker, my burn pot, the pot where all the pellets burn, is all the way over here on the left. So I'm going to set it at 325. I'm going to use the right side of my smoker as my cooler area. If your burn pot is in the center, you might want to use the two extreme edges of your smoker for your chicken. Do a little test, figure out where the coolest areas of your smoker are for this next part. If you're going to do this on a charcoal grill, just pile up all the charcoal to one side. Use the other side as your cool area. Right above the charcoal is going to be your direct cooking area. So before I put this chicken on here, I'm going to put an initial coat of barbecue sauce on the top of this chicken, and then I'm going to put it face down, barbecue sauce side down on the grill. Once it's on there, I'm going to coat the other side on top of the grill. Okay? You're going to let this cook for a while. How long? It really depends on what the temperature you're achieving in your grill is. I'm not going to say it's going to take us, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That's usually what it takes me, because it might take longer or less on your grill. When you're cooking, especially when you're barbecuing, don't cook to a time. Time is not your friend. Cook to a temperature. If you don't have a thermometer, maybe like this one that I have, my Thermapen comes in handy. I use it almost every day. You need to get one. They have them on Amazon. They're not that expensive. Probably 20 bucks. You can get yourself a serviceable one. Get one of those, because you want to check the temperature of this chicken before you do the next step. Now, what about different size pieces of chicken? Like I said, I'm only doing thighs here, but I've got some really small thighs, some really big thighs. I'm going to put the big thighs on about 5 to 6 minutes before the other pieces to give them a little bit of a head start. If you're doing all different types of parts of chicken, basically the way it's going to go is I would put breasts on first, give it maybe 5-10 minutes, then put your thighs on, and then give it another 5 or 6 minutes, and then put on your legs and your wings. The smaller it is, the quicker it's going to cook. You don't want it to get overcooked and dried out, so you do want to space it out a little bit. Every couple of minutes, I'm going to open up the lid and I'm going to coat the chicken with another layer of sauce. It bakes on there, and this is like building up layers, so you're going to get this nice like encased chicken. About 10 minutes into the cook, I'm also going to flip the chicken over and move it around a little bit, so if there's any one piece that's in a hotter spot, it gets, you know, shuffled. Now that that other side is exposed, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to coat that slowly with barbecue sauce and build up a nice thick layer. Now, when do we go? We want to crunch up this skin a little bit, because right now it's kind of rubbery. We want to get that little bit of char on there, because that's what, you know, good grilled barbecue chicken is all about. So we're going to have to put it over onto the direct heat side, right above the heat, the hot spot. Whether it's over the flames, over the coal, over the burn part, whatever it is, it has to end up over there. When do you know? When is it time to flip it over there? I use my thermometer, and when it gets to about 150, 155 degrees, that's when I start kind of charring off the skin a little bit. I bring it to, you know, low 60, 160s, like 162, 163, and then I take it off, and usually there's enough residual heat to carry over. If it's a leg or a wing, you may want to cook those all the way to 165 and then take them off, because there's really not enough mass in a wing or a leg to have any carryover temperature. So when it gets to 150 or 155, put them over on the direct side, kind of get those char marks, turn them, you know, 45 degrees, get some good marks on there. And there you go. Let it sit for 5 minutes before you eat it, though, because you want those juices to redistribute through the chicken. If you cut into it right away, it's just going to spill out chicken juice all over your plate, and that's no good. Plus, it's going to be roasting hot right now. You're going to burn your mouth. Let it sit 5, even 10 minutes. It'll do wonders for your chicken. And there you have it. It seems simple. People barbecue grilled chicken all the time, but there really is a process if you want it to come out perfect. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Dave's Ohio Barbecue. Make sure you follow me on my Facebook page. Just go to Facebook, search for Dave's Ohio Barbecue. It should come up right there. And then also make sure you hit that subscription button down below. Hit the little bell next to it too. That way you'll get notifications anytime I make a new video. Got a ton of videos coming out soon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.